All right. Welcome everyone. Welcome to our Study in Holland Online Series di Remaja. Today we have a session of online learning from Fontys University of Applied Sciences with the topic of Fontys as key Brainport player in Holland. So my name is Emi Mitasari as the student counselor of Nufik Neso Indonesia. I will be your host for today's session. Yeah, welcome. Before I start, maybe I would like to ask the audience here if you can hear my voice clearly and my video is already seen on the platform. Please let me know via the chat box or yes. So I see my colleague already raise his thumbs up. Thank you very much, Preya, Batina. Okay, so before we start, just to give you a little bit introduction about our session, we provide Study in Holland online series regularly every week. We have a Wednesday and Friday session where we give providing session like this on Wednesday regarding online learning. And then every Friday, we also have a session regarding experiences studying in the Netherlands. So I would like to share with you a little bit information regarding Nufik Neso Indonesia for those of you who are not familiar with our organization. Let me share with my presentation. All right. So this is our session for today. Okay, so jumping right into our activities. For those of you who don't know yet, Nufik Neso is actually a representative office of Nufik. We are the Netherlands Education Support Office. Our head office is based in Den Haag, the Netherlands, and we support internationalization of education. We are spread all over the world, and one of them is in Indonesia. So what are the activities that we do? First of all, we facilitate NL knowledge through scientific research and even collaboration. So between institutions in Indonesia and the Netherlands. One example is the program called the Week of Indonesia Netherlands Education and Research. It's an annual research where researcher, high-level practitioner involved within this event, and then we cover a lot of topics regarding SDGs, sustainable development goals. The second one, we also support internationalization of education by promoting study in Holland or study in the Netherlands. Yeah. So how we give information and free student counseling for prospective Indonesian students, but we also collaborate with a lot of education agencies. For example, here we have UKIP. Batina is the representative for Fontys University of Applied Sciences in Indonesia, in Surabaya. And we have a lot of partners with education organizers and everything else. So we provide this information to prospective Indonesian students. Apart from that, we also manage some scholarship programs. For example, Student in Netherlands, Orange Knowledge Program, Orange Drop Scholarship, and EU Share. Yeah, so if you have interest to study in the Netherlands with a scholarship, you can ask us about that. The fourth one, we also support outgoing mobility Indonesia. So not only promoting study in Holland, but also study in Indonesia through wilayah program. And last but not least, we also provide a platform for our graduates, for NL alumni through NL Alumni Network. Through this platform, we provide a lot of events for them, from career fair, workshops, discussions, a lot of events that we provide from them, also a reception. So we always give them information regarding alumni to keep them connected with the Netherlands and fellow alumni in Indonesia. So that's a bit about our activities, but if you do have more questions regarding Nufik Indonesia and study in Holland, you can always contact us through our social media channels. We also have emails and WhatsApp's number that you can contact. But other than that, we also have practical information that are ready for you. We provide online counseling through Zoom. So you can see there the schedule, and then you can join for free. And then we also have digital brochures and frequently asked questions that we already provided in one PDF file. So you can just access them through the link that we provide in the slides. So that's short about our organization. So let's jump then to our main event. So here, as you already know, we are going to discuss about the Brainport. So what is actually Brainport? I'm not actually sure yet, but yeah, finally we have speakers from Fontys universities that will deliver their presentation regarding the Brainport and yeah, what are the career opportunities in this field of industry, and then experience and programs that the Fontys offer. So here I would like to invite our speaker, Mohammed Channouf, who is the lecturer of economics and finance. He is also the econ manager, professional partners, and the IEM intake coordinator. And we also have here Latief Sheikchote, which is the lecturer economics and finance, IEM intake coordinator, who will present you about the presentation. So please, I think Channouf and sorry, yeah, Mohammed and Latief is already here.
I hear you, Amy. The connection is okay.
Okay, great. So can you open your video so we can see you on this platform?
Let me check.
You should enable it, Amy.
You should enable this to open the video, Amy.
Okay. This should be
yeah.
Yes. Okay,
Perfect.
great. Okay, yeah. Good to see you all. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much, and also nice to have you here on this online session. In Holland right now, it's in the morning. You are actually at the end of the afternoon, so we have a time difference, but good to have you on board of this session.
Yes. So thank you so much, Mohammed and Latief. The floor is yours. You can start your presentation. I will leave the session for you for now.
Okay. Can you open the presentation, Amy, or should we do it?
Yes, I will help you with that.
Then we see the presentation and we can go through it to inform the students.
Yes.
Correctly. Okay, let me double check whether I'm also in control of the presentation. I'm not able actually to click from the slide to the other slide. So let me check. Request remote control, Latief, right? That was it.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so Amy, you will receive a request from my side to accept it. And
yes,
hopefully now
I think it's okay right now.
Let me check again. Yes, it's perfect. Thank you. Okay, Amy, thank you for introducing us, Fontys University of Applied Sciences in the Netherlands. I will give you some more information about the university, very briefly also about some programs, but the main highlight of this session is actually the Brainport region, which is a very challenging region for students to consider for future job perspectives. So in that case, I will talk about the Brainport region later on in this presentation. First of all, it's always nice to know who we are. So we are actually a university that supports diversity. We have more than 100 languages and peoples from all around the world who are studying at Fontys. So in this slide, we tried to capture your own word of welcome, to say welcome to you and to say hello to you. So as you can see on this slide, we have different terms and words for saying hello in the Netherlands in different languages, and maybe also your own language is part of this opening slide to say welcome to join this session. So this slide is actually also showing that we are open for all cultures in the world. We have a very diverse society in the Netherlands. We accept all different backgrounds, and we have a very open way of living. Amy already introduced myself and Latief also. So in this case, I won't spend a lot of information about introducing ourselves. We will be the presenters, myself and Latief, for this session. We are working at Fontys. We have also a background in professional companies where we worked for. And right now we are working with a lot of joy and happiness at Fontys in Eindhoven with international students to promote our program and to see how we could boost and help you on your future career. This is actually Latief that you can also see in the chat box. So yeah, maybe Latief, also a word from your side if you want to say a minute something.
Yes, hello guys and girls. Welcome to this learning session about the Brainport region. And yeah, Mohammed Channouf will guide you through this session. I will leave this session unfortunately in let's say 5 minutes of time, as I have other meetings.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Latief, for your contribution. We are actually a team, Latief and myself, so we are doing all the recruitment for our university, for our specific faculty. So in that case, we are also important for sending out all the information. I also prepared a short agenda for this session because we have some time for this morning. What about Holland? What about Fontys and our offer to you? What about studying and living over here in this part of the Netherlands as the center for entering also Europe? We have an impressive Brainport region that offers you a lot of job opportunities with a number of fantastic companies who are operating over here. A specific interest in the IENM program, which stands for Industrial Engineering and Management, because this is the top listed program at the moment and the most popular one for the companies acting in the Brainport region, and also something about joining our community. So this is roughly the table of content that we want to use for this presentation. This is actually a global map, and Holland is a very small country in the western part of the Netherlands. We are actually also close to Belgium, as you can see over there. The UK, Germany, and France are really on a very short distance. So you are, if you are studying in the Netherlands and you will be part of the Fontys community, it will be very centrally oriented, and you can actually reach all these big cities and these big countries in a few hours. So that's quite challenging and also interesting for your future development. This is actually typically Dutch. In Holland, we have around 17.5 million people, but we have more bikes than people in Holland. So actually, of course, we are also using airplanes, we're using cars, we're using all kind of other ways to get from place A to B. But actually, the majority of people have bikes, and every family have a number of bikes. So that's the reason why in Holland, the total number of bikes is actually higher than the number of inhabitants. So please, if you are considering studying in the Netherlands, you should also consider buying a bike to go to the city center, to go to the campus, to Fontys, and to move around. Another type of things which are typically Dutch also came back in one of the videos that Emmy already showed. So the first thing is people are moving themselves on bikes, on wheels. The Dutch people have their own language, which is Dutch, but actually, I think more than 90% of the people also speaks English. So in that case, it's very easy to participate in our societies and to be part of our community, because everyone speaks actually English in the Netherlands. The Dutch people and Dutch companies are also known on their concept of time. So time is money in Holland, and you are expected to be quite stipt and not being late for all kinds of appointments. And we have a very open way of communication. So we are not like rude. No, I won't say it like that, but we are very open. So if we like something, we say it. But if we don't like something, we also say it in a very respectful way. So people are quite straightforward to be open to other people of other different backgrounds. So these are some slides to show you some things about Dutch culture. And right now we are moving on to Fontys. I think Tina will also capture some information about Fontys, but just in a brief nutshell. We are one of the biggest universities of applied sciences in Holland, in the southern part of the Netherlands, so we are close to a number of countries. We have more than 44,000 students, and we have more than 100 bachelor programs, but for you guys, it's more interesting to see what type of international programs we offer in English, and we have more than 25 bachelor programs fully offered in English. Don't be stressed to consider Holland and Fontys as your future university, because we have more than 100 different nationalities studying and living at Fontys. So you will be part of a very diverse international community, and you will also feel welcome because we have a lot of people from different nationalities acting, living, and working over here. Last but not least, we have a very strong interaction with the regional industry called Brainport. So Brainport represents actually a number of big-sized companies who are working in this area of Holland, where Fontys has close collaboration with. And they can offer you excellent job opportunities after completing the program at Fontys. Okay, maybe a very short explanation on higher education in the Netherlands. We have universities of applied sciences and we have research universities. Fontys is actually part of the universities of applied sciences. So you learn a lot of theory, but this theory will be applied in practice for all kinds of company assignments. Our programs have a duration of 4 years that leads to a bachelor degree. We have practical assignments, which means that from the first year and the second year onwards, all the assignments are taking place at real-life companies with challenging assignments. It's a project-based education. Internships are more like mandatory. So a number of programs will take place at companies, and you are applying existing knowledge that you gathered from the university to apply it at a company situation on a specific assignment. So there is a very big overlap between collecting theory and applying it in a practical professional environment at companies. That's really quite interesting because you are working on your future skills to become a professional for a company. Okay, guys. What about Fontys? We have 3 main locations in the Netherlands. We have Eindhoven as the center of science and technology. In Eindhoven, actually, there is a very big need for students who have an engineering and IT background. So companies are looking for these types of students for all kinds of jobs. We have a very attractive university city with several universities. So it's a very challenging, busy international region. We have a lot of career opportunities, and we have more than 50 nationalities only on this campus, which offers a very high quality of education. We also have our campus in Tilburg, which is more like focusing on all kinds of art programs. And we also have our campus in Venlo, which is very close to Germany. And there all the logistical programs are offered in this city. If you take a look to the programs Fontys is offering right now, we have a number of programs in logistics and supply chain management. We have a number of programs in ICT engineering, which is actually top listed right now. economics and marketing, and communication. So there's a very wide range of different programs you can follow at our university. What's actually our offer? Like we mentioned in the previous slide, we have programs in the fields of IT, engineering, business, arts, logistics, health sciences, communication. We have various opportunities to specialize in minors, do internships, exchange programs that can be taken at Fontys or also at an outside university. And there are big opportunities to work at international companies in our environment of Brainport. So this is actually our offer, which attracts a lot of international students from all different corners of the world. Our way of teaching, we have a very interactive learning environment with a very practical approach. So our projects also represents internships and assignments for companies. We have lecturers and experts and coaches from professional fields. And of course, we have a classroom interaction. And every student will get a student coach and a student body to help him or her on her educational progress. So it's a very human way and a human approach to help our students develop their skills in a professional way for working at these companies at the Brainport region. Roughly, the structure of our programs are as follows. All our programs have a duration of 4 years. The first year is actually to explore yourself and your interest in the program you applied for. The second year, you will do a lot of projects and companies to focus on specific topics which are relevant for the program and to boost your professional skills and talents. The third year is more like focusing on doing your internships and also your minor, which can be done in the Netherlands, but also internationally. And the final year, year number 4, is more like specializing on a topic that has your main interest and graduate also in one of these selected fields. So this is roughly the setup, the breakdown of all our programs at Fontys, with a clear focus on a specific objective per year. Okay, a number of times I mentioned Brainport, and on this slide we're going to start with explaining Brainport and why this topic has been selected. Well, actually, the Brainport also represents and is known as the Silicon Valley of Europe. So the Silicon Valley means that Brainport has a lot of innovations, technical companies who are focusing on technical products for the future, smart innovations, smart products, and we have actually thousands of companies which are acting and working in this Brainport region that offers job opportunities for our students. And right now in Holland, we have a very urgent call because we need students with an ICT and engineering profile because companies have excellent job opportunities. So in this case, Brainport is related to technical companies where a lot of job opportunities exist for students who have a specific interest in IT and engineering. As you can see on this map, Holland is not that big. At the south part, you have Belgium. At the east part, you have Germany, which is the largest economy in Europe. And on the west side, we have the UK. In Holland right now, we have 3 types of ports. We have Brainport, includes the region of Eindhoven with a high level and a specific focus on engineering, IT, and all kinds of technical-based companies. Amsterdam is roughly 1 hour from Eindhoven, 1 hour plus, and this is representing the big airport city. And we also have the seaport Rotterdam, which has one of the biggest harbors of the world, where they process and they handle all kinds of logistical activities for these types of companies. So in Eindhoven, we have the Brainport region, and this region is also internationally acknowledged as one of the most important regions regarding manufacturing companies, which are focusing on state-of-the-art technologies for the upcoming future. So if you want to be part of the technical best practice region in the world, and specifically in Europe, you should join the Brainport region for your future development. We also have been awarded in the Brainport region for being the most prosperous and the most technical area in the world a few years ago, which actually also is a very big compliment for all these thousands of companies which are working here on future innovations. And the respect for our Brainport region has also been actually confirmed by a number of leading international papers, like Business Insider, like the New York Times, like Bloomberg and Fortune, the World Economic Forum. They all actually complimented Eindhoven and the Brainport region for his potential to become one of the leading global centers for technology. So like Business Insider said, Eindhoven has grown into a leading city in the 21st century in technology and design. Bloomberg, also one of the biggest media companies in the world, the Netherlands are the second most forwarded nation for high-tech companies. And pilots Eindhoven, the Netherlands, for global expansion. Eindhoven has emerged on a global center of design experimentation, the New York Times. So in that case, the Brainport region, which is not really familiar to you guys, is internationally known as one of the leading centers of international business and technology. So we really would like you to become one of our members and to be part of this community as well. What about facts and figures, guys, of the Brainport? The industrial high-tech heart of the Netherlands. So we have actually the leading role in top technology and open innovation. A third of the research and development spending of Holland takes place in the Brainport area. And 50% of the Dutch business research and development expenditures takes place in the Netherlands, in the Brainport. So research and development expenditures means that companies are developing new products for the future based on technological innovations, and 50% of these expenditures are taking place in our Eindhoven region. The fourth one is also a very important one. We have the highest patent density of Europe. So a number of companies in the Brainport region are claiming to have new innovations, and these innovations are also known as patents, and the highest patent density of Europe is in the Brainport region, which means that we have a very high concentration of technical companies focusing on new innovations for the future of technological products. That's a very big ratio and the highest of Europe, which is really very impacting. Together with the rest of the city center of Eindhoven, we are producing a quart of all Dutch export. And please guys, know Dutch export is roughly per year 500 billion euros, and a quarter of this total Dutch export is provided by companies in the direct environment of Brainport, and Brainport is a very important partner of Fontys. So we have close connections with all these companies who are focusing on future innovation and technology. We have more than 12,000 international knowledge workers who are acting in the economy of Brainport and who are also collaborating with students of Fontys, because we deliver them interns, and a number of company assignments are also in collaboration with these international workers and their companies. So that's really interesting to be part of. Recent year, we had more than 55,000 jobs in the high-tech campus of Brainport, which offers also very promising career perspectives for students. So in that case, it's not about a few jobs, it's really about a number of jobs, more than 55,000, only offered in this part of the Netherlands, which is Brainport, and which is a very big partner of Fontys to supply more students to become technical high workers in this area. So in that case, with this slide, we tried to capture a number of facts and figures to inform you about Brainport as a very professional region of technical companies who are focusing on future developments, future innovations. And based on these numbers, you can see that there is a lot of job potential in this area if you are interested in engineering and IT-related programs. We have big companies over here, guys. We have companies like Philips, DSM, Airbus, Shell, NXP, ASML, Unilever. All these companies are multi-billion companies. They have their headquarters in the Netherlands, in the Brainport region, and they also have local offices and production plants all over the world, and they are investing more and more in the upcoming time frame in recruiting people. Although we are still in a pandemic regarding Corona, although we are still in the war zone with Russia and the conflict with Ukraine, these companies are looking forward and they really want to get in contact, in close contact with students with an IT and engineering background. So in that case, these companies can also have their own premises and their own factories in your country like Indonesia, because they are internationally oriented. And the number of foreign nationalities is also increasing in the Brainport region, which means that we are welcoming more and more people from outside Holland to be part of the Brainport community and also to be part of the Fontys community. So this is actually a very big welcome to international students to be part of success in this region and to become partners of Fontys and finally of one of these big-sized companies. So Brainport is the total sum of companies in the region of Eindhoven who are focusing in their business on engineering activities, manufacturing activities, and they need future students for all kinds of job opportunities. At Fontys, we have agreements with more than 1,200 companies acting in this region to be their supplier of students and also to be their supplier of future candidates who could be working for these companies during the time frame they're studying at Fontys, but also after finalizing the Fontys career to start at one of these companies. So as you can see on this slide, we only try to capture a number of them. Like we said previously, we have Philips, we have UPS, we have Canon, we have Van der Lande, DAF. Maybe you know some of them, maybe you don't know a number of them, but all these companies are global leaders in their industry, have multiple factories all over the world with a very strong focus on the Brainport region for technical innovations for the future. So they really want to get in contact with students abroad to become member of their companies. Right now, we are just going to spend a few minutes on the specific program Industrial Engineering and Management, IENM, because currently this program is really very popular for these types of companies, because at this program, you are combining technical skills with managerial skills, you're developing business and economics, but also management and organization. So all kinds of topics and courses which are relevant for becoming a manager of a technical company. This specific program is the top listed program for companies, and they want to pay extra for having these types of students to become their future employees. I will show it also in a few seconds. So what is Industrial Engineering and Management? It's actually a program focusing on improving the organization in terms of purchasing, production, and logistics. And in this case, you will become an expert in cohesion. You can start actually our programs 2 times a year, and we are focusing highly on group projects. And you will combine traditional classes with workshops, exams, but also with company visits and, in this case, projects. At this program, we have more than 20 nationalities, also from Indonesia. And more than 90% of these students are finding a job within 2 months after graduation. So this program is offering excellent career perspectives because you can help companies on their technical basis, but also on how to improve processes and how to improve the performance of their supply chain and their technical know-how. Companies are willing to pay the highest starting salary in the Netherlands for these types of students because they are very valuable to them and they can help them on relevant technical and organizational topics. And they are actually also very important for reducing costs, these types of students, and also improving the output of the company and the total quality performance of it. So they are really willing to get in contact with our type of IE&M students to welcome them as future students and future employees and offering them really very interesting starting salaries. This is actually more like an example of the breakdown of this program. Every program at Fontys consists of 4 years. In the first year, you just arrived from Indonesia and you will become part of the community. So you don't have really the experience to help a company on specific assignments. But from the second year onwards, all these programs and projects are taking place at real life companies. So as you can see in the second year, you will do a company assignment regarding improving a company process. Then you will do a project, voice of the customer. In the third year, you will have the minor and the internship. And in the final year, you will do the strategy project in combination with graduation. And then you complete actually 4 years at our program. And then you can start your career at a company, or you can proceed with a master program. So here you see all the factories in this table, and the factory means that you have to perform all these projects at a real life company with a specific problem or an issue that you will be working on for 5 months. For you, it's quite difficult to choose the right program because there are so many programs internationally. So I just added this slide for you guys, why our existing students of I&M choose for this program. Our potentials and students said following. They were looking for a broad management study with a good job and a good salary. They enjoy working with others, being practical, and dare to take initiative. Our students are looking for a combination of management, economics, organization, and technology. And they want to follow a practical study with something doing with technology. So if you think that these types of reasons can also be part of your own motivation, then you can think about Fontys, and maybe you can consider one of these programs as well, just to inform you. Finally, if you take a look to our learning curve, in the first year and also in the second and third year, you obtain and you collect a lot of knowledge based on courses that we offer. This knowledge is directly applied in projects for companies. And finally, you're working on professional approaches to boost your competencies. And competencies could be your reporting skills, your professional behaving skills, your analytical skills, your communication skills, your solution-driven skills. So we have 8 competencies at Fontys that should be reached after doing your 4-year program based on the knowledge that you gained and the application of this knowledge for real-life companies in our interesting, challenging Brainport region. What could you become with our type of programs? You can become a manufacturing manager because you're working for a technical company in this region, and Brainport has a lot of technical companies. If you want to focus more on logistics, you can become a logistical manager because you gained a lot of practical experience based on the knowledge and the projects for companies to help a company on logistical activities. You can become a purchasing manager if you want to deal with vendors and suppliers. And finally, you can also be part of the marketing department to manage this process more in detail for a local production site, an international company, a subcontractor, an OEM company. But in this case, our types of students are working for technical-based companies. So there are plenty of job opportunities with this engineering program based on your own level of interest. You can vary from purchasing processes to logistical manufacturing processes to marketing processes. So you don't have to stick to a single program in this case, or you don't have to stick to a specific job opportunity, because there is a variety of jobs you can accept with our programs. So I think that's it for right now. This is actually my final slide. Yeah, it was only a presentation of a few minutes regarding Fontys, the Brainport region, and the program Industrial Engineering and Management. As you can see on this slide, we have a very big variety of people from all over the world in the I&M program. We have applicants from Asia, from Indonesia, from Thailand, from Africa, from Latin America, from Eastern Europe, Western Europe. So in that case, we have a big mix of variety of students. And maybe you want to become a freshman at our faculty at Fontys. We would like to help you on that part. And hopefully, based on this presentation, you feel a little bit enthusiastic about, okay, Holland is quite a small country, but the offer they have with the Brainport region and the IT and specifically the engineering programs that can lead to very interesting job opportunities could be a reason to consider Holland as well. So that's something which was the purpose of this presentation. And I think, yeah, this is also the final slide. So I would like to give the word back to my colleagues from NAVIC and also to Amy or to Tina in this case. Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mohammed, for your presentation. Very interesting. First time to learn more about what actually Brainport is, Brainport region. But I'm sure that if you, for our audience here, if you'd like to have questions, feel free to submit it through our chat box, or we can also provide you to have a conversation directly with our speakers here. But before that, before going back to the Q&A, I would like also to invite Mbak Tina. Mbak Tina will be presenting about the more, I think, more technical side, yeah, Mbak Tina, into the admissions information. So please, Mbak Tina, would like to invite you to the stage.
Thank you, Amy. Yeah, okay. Hello, everybody. I'm very glad to meet you here in this session. I'm Tina Purwono, and I'd like to, I'm representative of Fontys University in Indonesia. I'm based in Surabaya, so whoever like to contact me, I'll give you my contact, and in this time, I'll share screen about some practical matters. Yeah, okay. This is my contact details. You can contact me by email, by WhatsApp. At the same time, you can also contact Mohammed or Latief, but since there are 6 hours difference at this moment with the Netherlands, maybe if you feel convenient, more comfortable to contact me, I'll be glad to assist you and answer your questions. Actually, I just like to jump to more practical information, because besides the industrial engineering and management that was taught by Mohammed and Latief before, there are some other study programs in engineering field like this: automotive, electrical, electronic engineering, industrial design engineering, mathematical engineering, mechanical engineering, and mechatronics. And besides that, there are also some study programs in IT that was also mentioned by Mohammed, that has a lot of job opportunities, not only in the Brainport or in the Netherlands, or also in Europe, because some of our alumni, I must say, most of our alumni who have been graduated from this field, IT and engineering, they still work in the Netherlands or in Europe. They move to Denmark, they move to Germany, they move to Sweden, but most of them are still working in the Netherlands. Or some of them who have ever worked in Europe, they come back to Indonesia with international experience and contribute to the development of our country in Indonesia. Besides engineering and IT field of study, Fontys also offers some study programs in business and economics. This is more general. Those are also offered in other universities, which I say this business and economics study program have less opportunity, job opportunity in the Netherlands. The biggest demand of bachelor graduates is in the field of IT and engineering. And then requirements, how to be accepted or admitted in the bachelor program at Fontys. There are two main requirements, which are high school diploma, and as all the programs are taught in English, then you need to show a certificate of IPT TOEFL with minimum score of 80 or IELTS with minimum score of 6. All the application will be done online via StudyLink account. We will guide you, we will assist you along the application process step by step. If you are interested to start your study in September 2022, as Mohammed mentioned, there are 2 intakes per year, September and February. Now it is now almost mid of March. You can still catch the deadline if you like to start in September 2022. Deadline is 1st of June. We will guide you step by step along the application process. And then this is the more information about fee and cost. Tuition fee varies between 800-330 euro and 10,660 euro. It depends on the study program. For example, for IEM, the tuition fee per year is 8,330. Right, Mohammed? Because you are not included in the engineering field of study.
Yeah, that's true. The information that you give is true regarding the tuition fees for INM. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Tuition fee for IM is 330 euro per year. And then for IT, for example, it is 10,660 per year. Living cost is almost the same, about 900 euro per month. So total cost per year is around 20,000 euro, or if you count it in Indonesian rupiah, it is 320 million rupiah. And to finish your study that lasts for 4 years, you will need like 1.2 billion rupiah. This is still a reasonable price compared to all other English-speaking countries like Australia, England, or Singapore, New Zealand. Okay, and then I'll give you my contact detail. I won't be able to mention all the information here, but if you need more information on this material of the presentation, please contact me by email, by WhatsApp. I'll be glad to send the material to you via email or via WhatsApp. I'll be glad to assist you. And this is to close this information session. This is the graduation ceremony that was done at Fontys. Okay, that is all from my side. Thank you for your attention. Back to Amy.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mbak Tina, for your presentation. So I hope everyone is more informed about the programs that are offered at Fontys and what are the requirements that you need to prepare for your study at Fontys. So, okay, I see here already 2 questions for our audience. Let me see if Mohammed is already...
I'm here. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking for your name to pin you on the platform. All right. So we are going to have the Q&A session. Let me see. The first question is coming from Yulia Sri. Hi, she's wondering if it's possible to take master in economic management or finance at Fontys, okay, so she had already had a master's degree, but in local university, so it's in Indonesia, and a bachelor degree, which majoring in economic and accounting. So, yeah. I think the questions could be for you both, Mohammed and Batin.
Yeah, normally if someone is willing to do a master program in Holland based on a diploma outside the Netherlands, we always have to check the diploma and the courses he followed to assess whether the level is comparable with the Dutch educational level. So what we can do, Tina, in this case, I have actually the contact details of our admission counselor at Fontys, and he's actually dealing with all these types of questions regarding, can I do my master's? If I had already a master done in Indonesia, what are the requirements? So she can help in detail with these type of questions. Maybe you know her, Tina, Ellen de Kroon, you know her?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I think Ellen de Kroon is our admission officer. And she's actually also double checking all the diplomas and from our students outside the Netherlands to see whether they can be accepted for a bachelor or a master program.
Yeah, I will follow up with Miss Yuliasri. I will contact you, Yuliasri, and assist you with and answer your questions.
Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Okay, great. I hope that answers your question, Yuliasri. Okay, next, I think I hear someone is talking through the microphone. Do you have would you like to have a direct live Q&A with our speakers here? Oh, Yuliasri, okay.
Hi, yeah,
Okay.
it was me asking the question, and thanks for Tina. Maybe she can assist me later with my question and about the problems. Thanks.
I will, Yuliasri. I'll contact you and answer you in more detail.
Okay, thanks, Tina.
Okay, thank you. All right, next question from Ayunda. Hello, Katina. So this question I think directs to you, Batina. If it's also a little bit similar to the last questions, she is wondering if it's possible to take a master degree at Fontys for the master choreography, but her diploma from her last bachelor's degree was actually international law. Would that be possible to apply for that study program, Batina?
Yes, thank you, Ayunda, for your question. I honestly cannot answer your question now, but I will follow it up by contact my colleagues at Fontys. Would you please contact me by email or send me your email address, then we can communicate better and further. Ayunda?
Yeah, I think, Batina, if it's possible, could you write your email address and WhatsApp number through the chat box so everyone can save yours?
Yeah,
okay,
I will.
Great. Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna follow up, Ms. Channouf. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So I see here no questions left, but I'm just wondering, I also have my questions myself. Yeah, I saw in your presentation, Mohammed, that within the program of industrial engineering and management, I mean, I'm sure it's also applies for other applied science university, but would really curious about because there's a lot of practical practical sites, projects, right? Because I see here it's beginning from year 2. So could you maybe explain more about what kind of practical projects that they can expect from this program?
Well, for instance, in the first year, the students already have company visits to see how these companies in the Brainport region are looking like and what type of people are working there and what type of products they're producing and manufacturing.
Also, I want to add something, Mohammed.
Yeah, of course.
In the first year, there's also that is since this study year onwards, there is a mini internship in the program scheduled. And so the students really have to go 1 or 2 weeks doing a mini internship at a company. So that's also kind of a, let's say, extended company visit, more or less.
Yeah, that's true. So in the first year, they have a number of company visits, and like Latief mentioned, they also have a mini internship for just a few weeks to become a full-time employee for a company for a selected number of days. And from the second year onwards, all these projects are taking place for a company. So for instance, the first part of the second year, they will work on a project called Improve a Company Process, which means a company, for instance, has a lot of products which are not on the desired quality level for customers. So they have a lot of issues with products. What about these products? How big is the problem? Please analyze the problem. Due to which type of factors are these products not good? And are they not really able to ship them to customers? Please help us. So give us some solutions, how we could improve the production process in order to improve the quality of our products to meet customer satisfaction. So their students will work for a company for 5 months on this specific project to help them. The second project in the second year is actually the voice of the customer. So students again will work on 5 months for a company who says, okay, we don't know whether our customers are happy with us and the quality of our products. Can you please collect some information from the market to which extent customers are satisfied with our service and with our quality products? Please get some feedback in order to improve our process and communication with customers. So these are 2 examples of company projects taking place in the Brainport region with one of these thousands companies to help them on all kinds of issues and challenges they are facing. And then, of course, in the third year, Emmy, they are going to do the internship, and there they will work for 5 months non-stop on a full-time basis, 5 days a week, for a company on a selected research question they should answer after 5 months. So it can be quality related, it can be cost related, it can be related to how to ship our products in the fastest way to our customers, logistics, warehouse, all kinds of issues in the engineering environment of a company. So these are some examples.
Okay, so to my understanding is you will do internship 2 times, right, within this program?
Yeah, you will do the first internship takes place in the third year, and the second internship is actually the graduation project. It's also something like an internship. And from the second year onwards, you also have company projects with group mates where you are working on company assignments. So these are also company related projects.
Yeah, so students are basically encouraged to provide some kind of recommendation report, right?
Yeah,
for the company.
so
it could be a real, I mean, you'll be working for a real job already during your time.
So 1 day in a week is it in the second year? So one in the week you will spend in the company to work on that company assignment.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
yeah, it's a great opportunity for you if you'd like to have especially career in that industry.
So it's a very strong connection and also interaction between activities on campus at the university with lectures and workshops and exams. And in the same week, you're also visiting these companies to help them on specific projects you're working on. So the work week is also quite diverse, acting at Fontys, but also acting outside Fontys at these respected companies.
If I may add, your contact with companies along your study may open your job opportunity, because sometimes after doing internship in that company, if there is match between you and the company will offer you a job after graduation. That often happens.
Yeah,
Also
true.
during their studies. Recently, the one girl, she did her internship at Van der Lande, a big company regarding transport systems for airport industries. She did her internship at the purchase department, and she is now doing a part-time job at that company during her studies. And
that's great. That's great.
So it actually leads to your dream job after your graduation.
So
okay.
Actually in Holland at our university, because we are related to the Brainport region and the companies, normally students won't have a real problem in finding side jobs, so that they can work also for 10 or 15 hours a week to finance their living and their education in the Brainport region, because we have a lot of these companies who are looking for these types of students also for temporary jobs. So that's also something positive about this region. You can make up your own living because a lot of companies want you on board also for temporary jobs.
Yeah, and officially students may work for 16 hours a week.
Yeah, true.
Can you mention some companies that students at Fontys have been applied to or been hired after graduation?
Well, actually, I have some students who already finished their education at Fontys. And like Latief said, a number of them are working for Van der Lande, because Van der Lande is recruiting a lot of students because they need a lot of future employees. We also have a company called ASML. And ASML is actually the leading company in making machines for producing chips. And maybe you know, chips at the moment, there is a big global shortage of chips, which are used in cell phones, in laptops, in cars. It's a very big company, the #1 company in the world, in the Brainport. And at the moment, they have more than 1,500 vacancies, jobs. So only one company is actually representing more than 1,500 vacancies at the moment. Latief and myself, we were in Poland last week for an educational fair, and we were actually checking their website. At the moment, they are looking for more than 1,600 people. Only one company, specifically in IT and moreover in engineering. So Van der Lande is a big one. ASML is a big one. It's
very highly demanded, yeah.
Yeah, but also companies like Canon and in this case Philips are very familiar with students, and they also work. VDL is a very big one. You don't know VDL, but they have more than 100 subsidiaries internationally, and they're also looking for a number of students every year. Yeah, so the opportunities are really there.
I see here Latief mentioned some of the company's name. So you can look it up, what kind of service that they do. Actually, one of my friends who studied in the Netherlands as well is working currently at ASML. Because because a lot of graduates from within the Eindhoven region works within that type of companies.
It's one actually of our biggest suppliers of project, but also one of the biggest companies who are taking students after they finalize the programs.
Okay. All right. Okay. So very interesting to know more about, learn more about the program at Fontys. Maybe I would like to ask the audience as well, if you still have questions, please do so, because this is the right time for you to have direct conversation with our speakers here, because sometimes it's hard to have this opportunity to talk with them. But yeah, it's the opportunity for you. If you still have questions, please do so. I think if it's okay, we can leave around 5 minutes or 2 minutes. I don't know, because Martina already informed me that Mohammed only have time until 11:20. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I have
Okay,
another session.
before? Yeah. Okay, maybe we can leave like 3 minutes max.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Martina,
any questions? Don't be shy.
Yeah, that's true, Tina. In Holland, actually, our culture is quite open. So if we have sessions with Dutch people, Tina, we get maybe 50 questions in the same at the same time. So that's a change. That's a difference in culture, right?
Yeah.
but how the online class right now at the Fontys? Are they already going back to normal classes at the campus?
Actually, all the students are coming back to the campus, and all our activities and lectures and workshops are taking place physically.
Oh,
So
great.
Nice.
In that case, students can still join online if they are sick or if they have some symptoms or if they're not fit. But the current mode is in Holland at Fontys is actually that everything returned as it was before.
Oh, nice.
So it's fully on campus classes, yeah.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
Okay. So actually, I saw someone open their camera. Maybe
it was Yulia
he
Sri.
would like. Yes.
Yeah, it was
maybe
Yulia
Sri
Sri.
would like to ask something.
Yeah. Please, do so. Ask your questions here.
Thanks for the time. Actually, I'm still at my office, so I would really like to ask so many questions, but maybe we can have a contact in WhatsApp or email, and I did text Miss Tina, so I'm really sorry at the moment I can't have some question. So yeah, I hope you guys not feeling bad with that. So yeah, maybe we can have a contact later.
Yes, we will. I will answer your text, Yulia Sri, later.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. So there you go, everyone. If you still have questions, don't worry because Martina has already give you the contact details. I will share it again in the chat box. So feel free to contact Martina as the representative of Fontys in Surabaya from UKIP. Yeah. Anyone would like to still last questions maybe? If not, then we can officially wrap up this session. Thank you very much, Martina, Mohammed, and Latief for your time to be here with us and sharing. But any last words you would like to share with us?
Well, actually, in this case, because I also need to move to another session, Latief and myself also have, I think in 5 minutes, another group from Dubai who's also interested in future collaboration. We're really open for welcoming more Indonesian students. We also have a big community in the Netherlands, a big Indonesian community of people who are living here, working here, studying here. So in that case, it's quite social friendly, this environment. And I really think that we can offer you nice programs, but also very good and sound job opportunities. So if you're looking forward to your future career, then actually studying at Fontys could be an option, and we do our best to get the maximum out of your career from our side. Okay. So thank you for listening in this case.
Yeah. Here Latief also mentioned PPI, yeah. So you can search yourself, PPI and Open. It's quite active as well.
Very active.
You can search yourself in the social media. All right, everyone. I would like to thank you again for speakers and audience for to be here. I hope the information will be helpful for you to prepare your study in the Netherlands. Feel free to contact us if you have any further questions. So Thank you, everyone, and
Okay.
see you again in another occasion.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you,
you,
guys.
Amy. Thank you, Molly. Thank you, Neso.
Yes, have a great
Thank you.
evening, you too. And Batina,
Bye-bye.
have a great evening.
We keep in touch.
Bye.
Thank
Yes.
you, Amy.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.